Hello everybody, how are we all doing? We've got a special guest, as you can see. I am Ian Simpson, Ambassador for Day Poker, and we have Sid joining us. Sid is a poker player.
Hey Ian, thank you so much for having me. This is really cool.
So, what have we got today, Sid?
So this is a hand history from the $11 big shot on 888. I got to the final table, was my first deep run of the year, so yeah, hopefully we'll have some fun.
Queen 8 suited, I like it. I like raising here. A lot of people don't raise enough of these sorts of hands.
Yeah, I like these suited broadways. I can't remember what the lowest end of it is. I think it's probably something like Queen 8, King 6, something in that area.
I think you're right, yeah. So we get one call and we get this flop. In GTO land, when we're out of position on a low connected board, we don't do that much betting. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we certainly don't bet our entire range.
This just feels like something that's not good for our range, but obviously really nice for our hand.
Yes, one of those strange situations. This exact hand, it can probably go into both camps. You can either bet it or check it. The advantage of checking it is that you protect a hand like Ace King that wants to check. If you didn't check any good hands like this, then when you have Ace King, when you check, that range is really vulnerable, and it means that they never check back because they can just bluff at you mercilessly. So having nice strong hands like that in your checking range is good. Having flush draws in both your betting range and your checking range is good. So there isn't really a mistake to be made here, if I'm honest.
And are you looking to check raise or to check call?
I'd probably check raise because we're in a great position to play for stacks.
Yeah.
And they can put money in with second best hands. Like if they have a big flush draw, an ace high flush draw, or a king high flush draw, those aren't going away anytime soon. Yeah. And we've got that lovely pair. We're actually ahead of an ace high flush draw with our queen high flush draw because we've got that lovely 8. They can have worse 8s that aren't going to fold to a check raise. They can have 8-9, 8-10 suited. And when we are behind, well, just look at how much lovely equity we have.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a high frequency check. I like to see you check. Opponent bets quite big. You check raise. I'm loving these buttons. These are all wonderful buttons. Boom. Wow, they had kings. Even though they had pocket kings, like we still just have millions of equity. Like it's probably a flip on flop anyway, and it's like one of the worst case scenarios.
Yeah, because they flatted kings pre.
This is another thing. This isn't in the game tree, so it's one of those things that we've got to kind of adapt to. Pocket fours. So if we were a little shallower, I would start folding some of the little pairs. But because people don't 3-bet enough, these and suited aces are just golden. Okay? Hit me. Ah. Alright, now we've got a 5-way pot to navigate. Good luck everyone, because I don't know what to do.
I feel like you just have to play quite face up with this sort of thing. With it being paired, there might be an argument for stabbing once, but I think and would hope I just check, and if I don't hit a 4, I'm not interested.
That's pretty much how I would play this one too. You're playing against 2 other Omaha hands here with your Hold'em hand. I think I'm in line with you there. Just checking. Just checking and drilling this card. Right, and it checks around again. We were kind of hoping that someone in the blinds had some sort of 7, because they're the most likely ones to have a 7. But they both check, which is a little bit sad.
I'm really not sure what the sizing is here either, though. I guess it's still small.
A friend of mine agrees that you're meant to use small sizings multi-way, but I want to win millions from when someone had a 7 and they've slow played it.
Yeah.
So I just want to bet big.
And also, like a queen might not fold to a decent bet either. So.
I mean, I'd be surprised if a queen folded. So you go half pot, we get a call. We get a river. We've turned off full house. Our villain called pre-flop. They checked around on flop. They called a turn bet. They called a turn bet with 3 players left to act behind us. How are you feeling about this river then, Sid? What do you want to do?
So I think betting big. I suspect I go somewhere around 18 or 20, but you could probably go 25, 30, couldn't you?
I feel like overbets just get disproportionately more folds than a pot size bet, even if it's just like 1 or 2 big blinds over. You go 20, and yeah, that seems fine to me. I think this is a good sizing to make sure that they call with a queen, and they can still raise if they have a 7 or if they have a 5-6. So they do call, and they've got a hand that was never folding, and you win a huge pot. King Queen off. We face a 3-bet. Ah, right. Now what? Because it was kind of close here, but this player's cold called. Now, The solvers almost never cold call a 3-bet. The solvers don't do it unless, one, they're in position and they're very deep stacked. So this is a situation that's specific to the kind of tournaments we play, the $11 up to 55s. King Queen off is awkward as heck. I think...
Yeah, we're getting a really nice price, but we're in the middle of... We could easily be dominated. Yeah. I don't love it.
I think I fold and call the suited one. Nice fold, dude. Yeah. Disciplined, turned down a good price for the reasons you stated. This doesn't have any bluffs in it, right? This range, it has some silly hands in it. It has some silly suited hands in it, but it also has ace queens. It does have ace king in it. It shouldn't, but it does. We do see population do some silly, strange things. Kind of curious to watch this one play out. It checks all the way. Okay, move her against these hands. I'd be right-clicking on this player and making a note. And my note would be CC3BA5S, which would be cold call from the big blind, ace 5 suited. So CC for cold call, BB for big blind, ace 5S for ace 5 suited. Okay, so you raise blind, big blind, opponent calls, okay. Little piece of it. I bet you bet 2 point something bigs. Oh, you go bigger. You go bigger. Okay. Oh, wow. You turned gin. I mean, I want to win 32.1 big blinds in this hand. I don't know about you.
Yeah, absolutely. And what, SPR's 2.5?
That looks good to me. That's going to put 33 out there when they call, and we'll be jamming all in for roughly the same percentage.
Yeah, I think that's...
Oh, baby. Ah, baby. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great bet size on the turn.
It's such an easy game.
Such an easy game. Why do we do these study sessions? It's so easy.